Okay, folks, so I decided to go ahead and record a little pre-script, if you will. Just, try to save you all some time in case you don't want to go through what's coming after this. I'll explain. Uh, Part 2, the clutch replacement, is having a problem. Here is the hard line that goes from the clutch master cylinder up across the firewall and down to another fitting here, which goes into the flex line, which has a little U-shaped hard line that goes into the slave cylinder on the transmission. I had a hellacious time getting this booger out. Without going into too much detail, again, I don't want to bore anybody, but this was nice and loose, slid on that. It wasn't frozen. I was able to back it off all the way, but it just wouldn't come out. This flare was actually stuck in the fitting. I ended up spending 35 minutes cutting the fitting apart just to get this piece out. Point being, when you're working on these old trucks, old cars, you have to expect this stuff. And you might want to think about cutting your losses when you can. Yeah, this is a good line. I'm trying to preserve what I have because I'm trying to watch the money because I don't have a lot. But hey, when it comes to this, it's sometimes just not worth it. The line is not rusted. It's just a little dirty. This fitting on this end is fine. But let me bring this over here for you. Get this in the light. Maybe we can see something. Let's see if I can find that for you. A little more. There we go. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that second to last thread is kind of folded over. So even with the new flex line, that fitting will not thread into the new fitting. So we're kind of messed over. So what do? Well, a lot of people say, well, just, pull this back, saw off the flare, get rid of this nut, go get a new flare nut, slip it on here and reflare the end. Well, guess what? I don't have a flaring tool. Cheapest one I can find that's decent is $10, which I honestly don't have. Trying to find these nuts, none of the other parts stores keep them in stock. It's metric. M10 by 1.0 thread. They can order them and it'll take 3 to 5 days, and they want like $5 for a pack of 5. I only need the one. So that's $10 there. Or I went ahead and measured this line, and it's 60 inches long. And I've kind of been through something like this before, which is why I've got that Harbor Freight tube bender. I actually custom bent all the steel fuel lines for this truck last time when I was getting everything repaired and replaced, fuel system, everything. Brand new fuel lines, I custom bent them up using the old ones as templates. And it worked pretty good. So, parts store actually has, and believe it or not, this is 3/16 line. It comes in straight pieces of various lengths with the fittings and flares already on the end, and the correct M10 1.0s, 60 inches long. And this is about 56 inches, so good enough. And that's $9. Can't win for losing sometimes, folks. But that's the plan. We're gonna go and get the new line, and we're gonna bend one up using the tube bender, and just put a whole new line on and be done with it, so I can at least screw it into the fitting and get the thing connected again. Pain in the butt, but yeah. And you guys that work on these, you know how it goes. So what follows is part 2 of me trying to mess around with this stuff and get ready to replace the clutch. Transmission's still not out because I just keep running into all these small problems, which just takes up all my time. Yeah, we're going to change our decision-making process on this real quick. Gonna have to find the money. I don't care what it takes, because this is just ridiculous. 2 weeks, almost going on 2 weeks to get this clutch done. I'm not stupid. I've done them before. I do know how to do it. It's just every little thing on this old truck is fighting me. I love her to death, but man, oh man, can she be... Don't say those words on YouTube. So there you go. If you don't want to watch what follows, it's just pretty much a lot of frustration. So, you want to see me get frustrated, go ahead and watch. Otherwise, wait for part 3. I'll work on that as soon as I am able. I'm going to try to get back under there tomorrow, and got a few more things to disconnect, and I should be able to get the cross member out of the way, and then finally get the trans pulled, and I'll show you some more then. In any case, thanks for watching. Thank you for your patience. And again, you want to skip through? Go ahead and skip through. No problem. I'll see you again next time. Bye. Okay. Back at it, bright and early. A couple days later. This is part 2 of clutch replacement on the truck. Well, it's been taking the bejeebers out of me. It shouldn't take you as long if your health is any good. Mine's not the best, so I have to take, a day or two in between rounds with the transmission, trying to get it out. So, here we go. Next thing we're going to attack next, you can see this down there. There's the starter. Need to get that unbolted next. And then we'll head back under the truck. So stand by. So, 2 hours later, yeah, got the starter out easy enough. I also have got a flex line coming for the clutch fluid line. Cannot get the fitting off of the end of the flex line. It just turns and turns and turns. I don't have enough hands. I cut the hose off the bottom here. There's a 17mm nut on the bottom of this fitting, which I was holding with this. Use a 10mm flare wrench on that. It turns, but I can't get it loose from that piece. Figures. Let me show you, see if I can show you something. Hope it shows up. See, the flare nut's loose on the line, but I can't get the threads out of the threads. I've heated it, I've hit it with WD-40, I've hit all kinds of penetrating oil. I gotta be able to turn that thing and pull up in the line at the same time, and it just spins in that bracket. There was no clip that holds it there, and even if it was, these things are designed weird. They're not like normal flex lines that go into that square bracket and then the clip holds it. The clip doesn't hold it, the whole clip just keeps it from coming out. Otherwise, it can turn. So, I need 2 extra hands and I don't have them right now, so we're going to go under the truck. I'm going to try to get the exhaust clamp and bracket off. Hoo-wee. Always something. Remember, boys and girls, when you're working on old vehicles, this is the kind of stuff that's going to happen. Hang on. Oh yeah, just for illustration, here's the other end of the flex hose. See, it's got 2 grooves here. There's an E-clip that fits in this back groove. It keeps it from dropping through. And here's the spring clip that normally goes on. This is pretty common. And it goes like that. So as you can see, except for these outside nuts, those cuts in the middle are round. So this thing can just turn in there. Ay, ay, ay. Whatever will they think of next? Okay, sorry for the airplane. Here's the clamp that holds the exhaust pipe, right here. Here's the bracket that comes off the transmission, it goes under that clamp. Keeps that thing really tight, so that's the problem I have. I didn't have any flex back here. Hang on. See, the exhaust pipe runs just under the cross member. I don't have any way to get it down without being able to move this pipe a bit. I'm hoping this is going to do it. So we'll have at it and I'll show you what happens. Alright, so we got that bracket off, the exhaust pipe bracket. The bolt that went on the bottom here is a 17 millimeter, and the one up top is a 12 for some reason. I don't know why. That's just the way it was. So 1, 2 there. Got the 2 14s out of the bottom, 2 out of the side that hold the starter. That just leaves the 2 17 millimeters up top. Didn't help with this pipe any. I'm going to have to undo the 3 nuts on the bottom flange of the exhaust manifold and pull that down. That should give me enough to get to get this cross member out. So I can get that out of the way. Oh dear. Okay. See, there's the tail shaft of the transmission. There's the cross member. Oh man. And one thing after another today, I swear. Try to keep my sense of humor, but it ain't always easy. Again, I know I said it last clip, but hey, anytime you work on old vehicles, you gotta expect this. I went ahead and put the couple of bolts back in the cross member to keep it back up. We hold the transmission up for now. Take this jack out of here so I have more room to work. Also, another hint, jack this vehicle up front as far as you can. If you can roll this thing up on ramps, it would be a good thing. It would give you a lot of room to work. I have them, but unfortunately because the clutch doesn't work, I have no way to get the truck up on the ramps. So, there you have it. Oh yeah, one more thing. Hang on a second. What happened to that rag? And of course, I just had to give this a few more tries. Here, I'm gonna lay this here for you. There you go. It looks like it's back all the way up, but it just will not release from that damn thing. Like I said, I still need 3 hands. I got a plan to put the air ratchet on the bottom and spin that 17 millimeter. Have somebody else hold on to that 10 millimeter with the flare wrench and pull up on the line. If that don't get it, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even want to contemplate it. It's got to come apart. But there you go. Whew. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let's see if I can find this. Here we go. See that right down there? That's one of the top bolts on the bell housing. That's a 17 millimeter. And there's one over on the other side. Can't really see it from here. Let's see what we got. No, you're not going to be able to see it, that's for sure. Oh, maybe. Here we go. Right there. I think I might be able to do it from up here. I'm not sure. 17 millimeter box wrench, break it loose. If I can get loose enough to turn it by fingers, that would be a good thing. How's this one look? I think I could do it, tell you the truth. Everybody says you got to do it from the back with like 2 feet of extensions and impact gun and oh geez. First of all, I don't have 2 feet of extensions, and that's a lot more stress on there than I want to put. I think I can do it from this side. That shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Just barely see in there. Anyway, that's enough of that. Am I wasting enough of your time today? Sorry it's taking so long, but man, oh man. You by yourself and these things happen and stuff wants to fight you. It's just, oh my God, awful. So if you're going to attempt this, the other piece of advice I have, make sure you have a friend around or somebody that can follow some basic instructions so they can help you out some. Best advice I got. So not much here, sorry about that, but that's the end of part 2. Hopefully part 3 is going to be a lot easier. Oh, and I forgot to mention, once I got that bracket off for the exhaust pipe down there, that pipe still don't move, so gonna have to take the 3 14mm nuts off of the flange here, separate it from the exhaust manifold. That should give me at least I should be able to take it down and away a bit, and that'll give me just enough spring I think that I need to get the cross member out. I'm hoping that's going to be easy. I know, don't jinx myself, shut the hell up. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? But there you go. I'll be back with more. Hope I'm not boring you to death. Yeah, it's not an easy job, but everybody says, well, yeah, I'll just this is one thing after another, you just do this and you do that. Yeah, well, not so much. Find the manual, find the repair manual. It'll be good. It'll tell you exactly what you got to do. I'm skipping a few steps out of the manual because I can. Like, they want you to drain the coolant and unhook this hose because the engine's going to rock back, and they said the EGR valve might mash your throttle rod, but you see, I have a EGR delete. Woohoo! So it shouldn't hurt my throttle rod. But there you go. Look around, find the tips. Yeah, you can do it. Just keep in mind, it's going to take time. You need your vehicle back quicker? Pay somebody. That's all there is to it. Just pay somebody. But if it's your hobby vehicle or your weekend driver, okay. If you can take a week, 2 weeks, a month to do it, no problem. And in fact, it'd probably be better. It's a lot less stressful that way. Just do it in little bits and pieces, a little at a time. All right, more coming later. Thanks again for watching, although I don't know why you watch this one, to tell you the truth. I'll have some more coming later. Part 3 coming up soon. Thanks. Bye.